Hey guys, this is BazzaBrew, and well, I am starting. Fuck, my mind has went off track, but don't worry, because we're starting another Let's Play now. Why? Because it's not an RPG, and I'm kind of sick of RPGs. What is it? Well, record. This is gonna take a bit. 3, 2, 1. Big reveal. Oh, it's the best game ever. Awesome. Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's do this. I'm not sure if you can actually see my mouse. Good. I hope you can't, but you probably can, so screw it. Well, that's loud, but meh. Damn, she dead! Sorry. Ooh, a murder. Okay, so this is the best game in the friggin' world, and you'll see why I think it's the best game. Seriously, this is my favorite game series of all time. Boy, am I nervous. Right. Oh, hiya, Chief. Oh, I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. I'm probably not gonna actually try and do the voice of a lot of the female characters in this. I'm probably just gonna say the lines. But for some, I might make an exception, just because it's fucking stupid. It says a lot about you, and your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean, you knew the defendant before this case? Yes. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over! My life, everything, it's all over! Isn't that your client screaming over there? Yeah, that's him. Death, despair! Oh! I'm gonna do it! I'm gonna die! Sounds like he wants to die. Yeah. Nick! Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell him that I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished. I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me. Who took my baby away? The person responsible for your girlfriend's death? The newspapers say it was you. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts. My best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say, though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. I just blanked out for a second there. That and I owe him one. Which is why I took the case, to clear his name. And that's just what I'm going to do. Oh, God. Alright, so this is going to be like... Oh, August 3. 10 a.m. District Court. Courtroom number 2. This is going to be a bit of a... Well, how can I put this? It's kind of like a tutorial sort of thing for the trials. Somehow Capcom made a good game out of being a friggin' defense attorney. The court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. He's gonna have the most fucked up voice, I guarantee you. The, defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright? This is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm, a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial would decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. That looks just... Oh dear God, he's screwed. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. Hand shaking, eyesight fading. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. The defendant? Larry Butts. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Man, that's loud. Hang on. That is very loud. I'll just turn it down a bit. No, 40. There we go. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name? Oh, I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover to cover so many times. It's... Wait. Uh-oh. No way! I forgot! I'm drawing a total blank here. Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name? Oh, the victim! Of course I know the victim's name. I, just forgot. Temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the defendant's name is listed in the court record. Just touch the court record button to check it at any time, okay? Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you. Let's hear your answer. Who was the victim in this case?
See, touch the button here. Profiles. Cindy Stone.
Wow, that picture's really demented. What the hell? Her fringe is a bit odd, but okay. Let's hear your answer. Who was the victim in this case? Smear Faye, Cinderblock, Cindy Stone. You know what? It's an obvious one. But let's see what happens when I press... Actually, I think I did this the first time. Mia Faye. Mia Faye? What? How can I be the victim? Oh, right. Sorry, it was the first name that popped into my head. The court record button. Remember to use it when you're in a pinch. Let me ask that one again. Let's hear your answer. Who is the victim in this case? Cinderblock! Oh, wasn't it this block? Cinderblock? The person in question was a victim of murder, not ill-conceived naming, Mr. Wright. Right? If you forget something, just touch the court record button to help you remember. A mistake in court could cost you the case. I'll ask you again. Let's hear your answer. Who is the victim? Mia Faye! No, it's Cindy Stone. Victim's name is Cindy Stone. Correct. Now, tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was...
Now you look at the Cindy's autopsy report here. Time of death. 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Cause of death, loss of blood due to blunt trauma. Okay, let's see. It was blunt object.
Why am I talking like that? She was struck once by a blunt object. Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Well then. First, a question for the prosecution, Mr. Payne. Yes, Your Honor! He's gonna be yelling the entire time, I'm just gonna warn you right now. As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was? The murder weapon was his statue of the thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. I see. The court accepts this into evidence. Statue. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Touch the court record button to check the court record frequently. Alright. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. Prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand. Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention. I don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Uh-oh, Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. Apple juice! Oh, God. Anyway. Alright. Oh, God, look at his smirk. He twitched then! I just noticed that. He twitched. Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy! We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Anthony. Didn't they all die? I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls. Or seeing me. Ever. What's it to you anyway? Mr. Butts, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you, and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies, all of it lies! I don't believe a word of it! Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. Why is my voice like this? I have no idea. Passport added to the court record. Why did I do that? Indeed, she appears to have returned the day before the murder. Dude, no way. The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies. Daddies? Sugar? Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude! Yeah, bro. Oh, man. We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. If you ask me why I'm laughing at myself, it's because I'm surprised I'm such a fuckwit. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Right? I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I... Stop it for answering! My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case. Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That cheat dog! I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm going to get to the bottom of this. I'm unsure what Larry's voice is supposed to be like. I just do whatever. I just act like a dickhead with an American accent. That's all I really do. Let's continue with the trial, shall we? I believe the accused's motives is clear to everyone. Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is so not looking good. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you or did you not? Well, maybe I did, and maybe I didn't. Uh-oh, he went. What do I do? Have him answer. I love this scene right here. I know, I'll send him a signal. Tell the truth! Yeah, I was there, I went. Order! Well, Mr. Butts? Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man, so I didn't see her. That's why his voice is fucked up, because of the objection! Your Honor, the defendant is lying. Lying? Why did you snort then? I have no idea. The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying. Well, that simplifies matters. Who was your witness? The man who found the victim's body, just before making the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. Stop laughing in the courtroom. Order! Order in the court! Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness. Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. I need to take my apple juice. Nom nom nom. Please bring Mr. Frank Side to the stand. You'll notice in this game a lot of the names, especially of the witnesses, are puns. And I've only just recently figured out that... I'm not sure if it's intentional, but... the character of Phoenix Wright and pretty much a lot of the premise of it is based loosely, and by loosely I mean it's very similar to some TV show in the 60s and 50s that was about like a defense attorney who always managed to not only get his clients the not guilty verdict, but also prove that get the killer on the witness stand, like you usually do in Phoenix Wright, and by usually I mean all the fucking time. Get the killer on the witness stand and prove him guilty at the same time. Mr. Sarge, you sell newspaper subscriptions. Is this correct? Oh yes, newspapers, yes. Mr. Sarge, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw, not that. God damn it. Ah, my voice! You saw on the day of the murder. God damn. I was going door to door, selling subscriptions, when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. When I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead! I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. Went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran away was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building. Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sarge used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal. You've really got to quit that habit. Now, Mr. Wright. Yes, yes, Your Honor. You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor? Alright, right. This is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Why, you exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave. Lies? What? He was lying? Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? Exclamation marks! How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness' testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness' testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay. Touch the court record button and point out contradictions in the testimony. My voice feels funny. Just like my uncle. Okay. I was going to door, blah 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 blah. Okay, so this is the part. Well, she just explained it, but basically, you can either present evidence, or you can do this and press, and you ask for more information relating to that statement that it just, well, stated. I went door to door, selling subscriptions, when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead! I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. Okay, present. This is how you look at your evidence. Sydney's autopsy report. Time of death, 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. He just said the time was 1 p.m. Does that make sense? Fuck no. So you present it and just, like, say, hey, take that, you shit. Fucking... Yeah. You say those exact incoherent words. That's how you be a lawyer. You found the body at 1 p.m. You're sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at sometime after 4 p.m. There was nobody no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? Exclamation marks! Oh, that, This is trivial! The witness merely forgot the time! After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sword, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and the whole story falls apart. Yeah, that's how you be a lawyer. That's lawyering. That's the word, look it up. Wait, I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? Yes. Witness testimony, time of discovery. Oh, I'm so happy to be doing this game. Trust me, I am. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a tape program. That's why I thought it was 1 PM. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding, Governor. I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a tape program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. God damn it. Mr. Payne, have you passed on your stupidity to me?
Maybe. Why did my voice suddenly get all high-pitched?
Now what to do. I've got this one. Had to move my headset.
Cross-examination, time discovery! Fucking do it!
You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Okay, if you remember, a couple minutes ago... No, not passport. No. Blackout record. There was a blackout. Electricity in Miss Stone's building was out from noon to 6 PM. Yeah, you definitely heard something from the fucking television. Dumbass. Hold it right there! The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. Exclamation mark after an ellipsis! Why do I keep stating that? Oh. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. Gah! Well... The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sword? No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Wait! I remember now! Mr. Sword, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That, and you seem rather distraught. Exclamation after ellipsis again! Oh my! Why do I keep stating the things that I forgot the name of now? Oh, my apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Sword. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. It's already been 20 minutes. Holy crap. Time flies in this game. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. Yeah, that doesn't seem incredibly fishy at all. You saw a clock? I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Gladly. Apple juice! Alright, hearing the time. Notice how the music's gotten a lot more intense and awesome? That's because I'm close to completely screwing this guy's testimony up. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. This one's a no-brainer. Statue! The statue in the shape of the finger. It's rather heavy. It is the murder weapon. Objection! Wait just a moment! The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was a statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? What? You with your objections and your evidence! Just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Sard. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock! Your Honor, if I may. Yes, Mr. Payne? As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch, you just tilt it and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submit it as a statue. My apologies. I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with his testimony now? Yes! Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he... You're lying! You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it! Prove I went in there! I'll do better than that. I could prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. This music is awesome fun. Yeah, Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Sod, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock? That day, I never. Look, I heard the clock. I saw. His face. Shut up. I hate you. It was him, I tell you. I saw him. He killed her, and he should burn. Burn! Give him death! Yeah, the witnesses go freaking insane once you reveal their lies. Order! Order in the court, I say. Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims. Mr. Wright. Your Honor. You claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is riding on this. I better think through it carefully. Yes, Your Honor. The sound Mr. Sod heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply... try sounding the clock. Let's sound the clock, now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully. I think it's 8:25. That certainly is a strange way to announce a time. Well, I suddenly had a British accent, yes. Well, he is the thinker, after all. So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely this discrepancy. Why was that so hard? Between what Mr. Sod heard and the actual time of death. I'm screwing up so bad. So, Mr. Sod, try to talk your way out of this one. Ha! You forgot one thing. Uh-oh. What's he talking about? While it may seem like that clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case! Exclamation mark. He's right. How am I going to prove that? Damn it! I was so close. Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Exclamation mark again! Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot allow you to indict the witness. Why is my vocabulary screwing up so bad recently? Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sod. I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. They treat me like a criminal. A criminal! You lawyers are all slime! I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I just like slamming on desks. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Not so fast, Mrs. Sod! Chief! Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think! But, Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. That doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts, assume the clock was 3 hours slow, and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason, and you'll have your proof. Right? Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow? Yes! Wait! Maybe I can prove it. Must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it. Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim? Of course. There is a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Ha! Tough words. Let's see you pull this one off. Let's see the evidence that proves... well, this evidence that proves why the clock was running slow. The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Sot? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? Get it? Anyone? No, okay. Just... It seems he had a seizure! Order, I say! Nom nom apple juice. Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your client?
He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor.
I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly, and find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty! Confetti in a courtroom! Logic! And with that, the court is adjourned. And now I forgot what Larry's voice was like. Fuck. Turns out that Frank Sot was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her the apartment, god damn it, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Sot let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Sot grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. You know, that would have all been over if they just did one fucking fingerprint test. But, you know, screw logic. This is the tutorial. Ooh, I still can't believe we won! Right, good job in there! Congratulations! Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over. Larry! You're supposed to be happy! What's wrong now? Aw, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait, no! I mean, bad. Bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cinder Wind is gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was a... never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you! I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts innocent. I don't know why she's so terrible with names. My voice keeps giving out. Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner, movie, my treat. Oh, no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present. A present? For me? Wait. Wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you want to cry? Larry. Goddamn pussy. Are you so sure? Excuse me? I want to punch you for saying that right now. I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. Larry's just... His character is just, plain and simple, the loser. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay. Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right, Wright? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about it? Huh? Oh, yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? Take that! I like if it just screams, take that! Just to give him a statue. Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. Huh? Where'd you get that clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. She took it with her when she traveled. She probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. Hope that made him feel a little better. Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things can change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right? Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner? On me. We'll drink a toast to innocent butts. Yeah. Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of what? Why does she keep calling him Harry? Why you became a lawyer was because of him. Yeah. Part, at least. You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks? And so, my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends." But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay me, unless you count the clock he gave me, huh? I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. The end! Wow, almost 40 minutes. And it felt like 5. Brand new episode, turn about this there. Well, guys, that was great. God damn, that took a while. I'm not sure if I'm going to be putting this, like, splitting them in half so it's not as long, or I'm just gonna upload the full thing, just straight up, all 36 minutes of it. But, either way, I hope you enjoyed the first case of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. So I've cleared staged it up to this point, hell yeah. See you guys next case. K-bye. Hell yeah.